Hi, how are you? No, really. How are you? Uh, my name is Hance, and I am all jacked up on yerba mate and sunshine on this fine Friday. I'm also holding a boundaries and belonging session tomorrow, Saturday at 10 a.m. US Eastern Time. Email me if you would like to join that. We start with a small breathwork ceremony and deepen and widen and soften from there. My email is hi@reihance.com, hi@reihance.com. Oh, we had our I Ching reading for the week. This week was 35, hexagram 35 E's enveloped by hexagram 29 shape shifting. So this has been a week energetically of flowing out of eddies and over rocks and over what could be obstacles if we were less fluid. Could be something we dash our skull against, but turns out to be an exercise in energetic agility and fluidity. Well, that's very nice, isn't it? So we come to today where our hexagram is very simple. There's no changing lines. There's just one hexagram in this weekend's reading, and it's hexagram 43 pop. So that's about noticing through all the shape shifting and ease this week what belongs with you and what doesn't. And hexagram 43 is a call to squeeze out the pus of the ingrown hair, squeeze the pimple, pop the pimple, squeeze out the pus, and let go of any stagnation that's left in your system. So 43, pop the pimple. You see it's the hexagram itself is a bunch of yang lines pushing out a yin line at the top. And I'm reading to you from my book, Oracle of Emergence and Evolutionary I Ching, which is available at Amazon. So you can either contact me at my email for a personal reading or at the website, reihance.com, or you can go to Amazon, get the book and read for your damn self. All the instructions are there in the beginning. You can even go to Amazon and use the look inside feature and learn how to cast your own reading. I have a video here in the Oracle of Emergence playlist about how to cast an I Ching reading too. So 43, pop for this weekend. Pop the pimple, decisive, total, quick, squeeze out the pus, no trace of stagnation left behind. Tension has built to the point where action is inevitable, decisive, incisive, swift. It's time for the sword, lance the boil. Pop and adulting are the two places in the I Ching where force is required. Usually there's a sense of just noticing, stepping back and noticing and keeping a wide view. But there comes a time when we have to step in and squeeze. And this is one of those times. Have you been living like an ingrown hair, afraid to put yourself out there? Just when you get close, do you turn inward again toward old habits? That time is over. The crisis is here. Is your retraction a trauma response? What is trauma? An impact that you could neither absorb nor metabolize, so an injury is left behind. It swells. The injury lasts long after the impact has passed, buried under the skin. The tissue at the point of impact is damaged. Pus comes with its white blood cells to cushion and heal, but sometimes that cushioning becomes painful swelling, and the process intended to heal just drives the injury deeper. Like an addiction to sex, romance, eating, gambling, shopping, so many things. Inflammation and amplification seem healing at first, but over time, not so much. Stop doubling down on numbing and distraction. It's time to lance the boil. Let go of all those things that are covering the hole. When you pop the pimple, remove the ingrown hair, there's a hole left behind. Let the hole be a hole. There's no need to cover it up. Just keep it moist and clean. In the structure of the hexagram, the solid lines are pushing out the yin line at the top. They are forcing her out into the light with light. Brash, masculine certainty, decisive action. It's a one-way push, the trajectory of an arrow. That yin line doesn't stand a chance. Ejaculation time is here. Too late for the momentum to be diverted. Don't take your mouth off him now, honey. That's just mean. Yin and yang are in a power struggle in pop and surrender, the next hexagram, 44. They're thinking about breaking up. Pop is stark and bright and merciless. It's the sun from which you can't find shade. Yin has grown swampy at the top and yang is over it. The traditional image also suggests transverberation, a human penetrated by source, fucked open. You may feel fucked right now. Good. Don't turn away. Let this crisis fuck you completely. Let it show you the limits of your skin and how those limits explode. Find the pleasure in the pimple popping, the deep release that's been a long time coming. Are you ignoring your own inner knowing about a situation? Are you afraid if you do what you know you must, people will disapprove? That you'll seem arrogant, that you'll be lonely? Maybe you will. This is a case of moving decisively and apologizing later if need be. This is an anti-people pleasing hexagram. If you're a people pleaser, you should really consider coming to my boundaries and belonging session tomorrow. I love working with people pleasers. I love watching them become free to be disapproved of, free to be in their fullest, to find their voice again, be fully expressed. It's a beautiful thing. Challenging, feels scary. But freedom isn't free. Isn't that what they say? Yeah, but it is. You just have to want it. Assert your damn self without tipping over into arrogance. Consider others' well-being, but not their opinions. The energy of this transmission is bigger than you, but you're responsible for it. You are not what comes through you, but you are responsible for it. The energy of this transmission is bigger than you. It's searing on through, cutting a hot, bright path through anything that stands in its way. This baby is about to blow like a hot knife through butter. So that's the only hexagram for the weekend. Very focused, very simple, very, very clean. Just about as clean as it gets in the I Ching, actually. Pop the pimple. Let a hole be a hole. There's no need to cover it up. No. Sometimes we build these walls around the holes inside of us so that we don't fall in. But if we never see the bottom of the hole inside of us, we miss a great deal of what we're actually made of. And if we don't really know what we're made of, how are we supposed to show up fully in the world and sing the note we've been given to sing in this magnificent choir? If we're singing somebody else's note, then why are we there at all? What's the point of that? Boy, we can feel that, can't we? When we're singing somebody else's note and we're wondering what the hell we're doing there at all. It's a painful situation, like an ingrown hair or a pimple in dire need to be popped. Pop the pimple. Maybe put a hot compress on it afterwards. Enjoy your weekend.